Well, for a response, I'm joined now by the NPA's Sipho Ngwema. Good evening, Mr. Ngwema. These are very serious allegations against the NPA, nepotism, racism, that any black prosecutors who try and speak out about being victimized get suspended. What's the response of the NPA?
Thanks for the opportunity, Sally. I think what I need to emphasize is that the NPA takes any such allegations very seriously. And in fact, what the National Director has done since she has come in, where such have been brought to her attention, she has instituted investigations that have gone to the bottom of the matter. One particular case of such was in the Eastern Cape. And even now we are saying that if prosecutors still have those, because such things do not have a place in the National Prosecuting Authority, there are nuclear values and vision in the NPA, and therefore if there's anything like that, anyone who has got that kind of evidence, they can bring it to the NPA. The NPA received the memorandum today. We are taking it very seriously. In fact, it's on the EXCO agenda on Tuesday, which is going to look into it, scrutinize it. Would love to sit down with the union representatives to give us evidence of those places where such things are taking place so that action can be taken. As I said to you, in the Eastern Cape, where those arose, an independent investigation led by a highly regarded independent advocate was instituted and had recommendations and findings, which unfortunately there in those particular instances shown gaps in terms of NPA policies, but there were no findings on racism, on favoritism, and on nepotism in that particular province.
The other allegation is that positions, this is what the National Union of Public Service and Allied Workers is saying, is that positions are created for Indians and whites at the NPA. They were previously non-existing positions, and then those Indian and white people are promoted over black prosecutors. Is that happening?
It's impossible for something like that to happen, because I think in many of the cases, the NPA has got an establishment. It can't just wake up one day and create positions in order to favor certain race groups. Those positions have to be endorsed in a particular structural way, and very many of them, they have to go through endorsement by the executive, particularly if those appointments are executive appointments. However, if anything like that, as I said, we'd love to sit with the unions. They can give us evidence in that regard so that if there's anything like that that exists anywhere in the country, can be investigated. For now, we don't have that evidence, but we're hoping when we sit with them, they'll be able to give us specific incidences where those things have happened so that definite action can be taken. But I think we need to build a constructive relationship between us and the unions so that when things like this happen, they are brought to us first as the leadership of the NPA so that they can be dealt with. However, we understand that the workers can take action, but we hope after this we'll be able to sit down and look into these issues, all of them, so that we can find a solution to them if they do exist.
What percentage of the workforce does the National Union of Public Service and Allied Workers represent within the NPA? They're saying if the negotiations and discussions don't go well, that they could shut down the courts. Could that happen?
Look, my understanding is that they are not a recognized union so far, meaning that they have not been able to marshal the relevant numbers. However, the NPA is willing to sit down and discuss the concerns to an extent that they concern prosecutors. But as I said, there's commitment to deal with everything that is being raised. And in the past, those things have been raised and they have been dealt with. And I'm sure with the same openness and transparency, those issues will be dealt with if there's any evidence that can be substantiated which points out to those allegations.
Well, thank you very much for chatting to us this evening. That was NPA spokesperson Sipho Ngwema.